Ciao everybody, welcome to my home. It's Caterina. It's early Saturday morning and this evening I'm having my Valentine's Day dinner for a few close friends. And one of the dishes that I'm going to be making is Polpettone, the Italian meatloaf. So delicious and very easy to prepare. Now let's get started. Veal, pork, and beef. And I'm going to add them to my mixing bowl. The total is 1 kilo. Now, of course, if you don't like veal or don't like pork or beef, you can substitute a day's old bread. This is a great thing to do with day-old bread. 1 cup of milk. I'm just going to put it inside the bread. I'm going to pour it inside the bread. I'm just mixing it. You can see that the bread absorbed the milk in its entirety. 1 cup of scallions I'm going to add. Half a cup of Italian parsley. Give me a chance to mix. Okay, you're going to need 3 eggs. I'm just going to scramble them first before I add them to the meatloaf. Okay, to the eggs I'm just going to add a little bit of kosher salt. I'm going to give this a really good scramble. Just going to create a little well here. I'm going to add the eggs. Okay, now the eggs have been mixed thoroughly. 500 grams of ricotta, la ricotta. This is what's going to keep your meatloaf really moist. Or should I say polpettone? I'm just going to thoroughly mix the ricotta inside the polpettone. I'm going to add the bread that's been absorbing all that milk. Now we're just going to use our hands. There's nothing like using your hands to mix everything up. I like to mix after adding each ingredient. This way you know it's done thoroughly. Half a cup of red wine. Cup of Parmigiano Reggiano. And some fresh nutmeg. It wouldn't be an Italian dish unless we had nutmeg. Half a cup of my favorite olives, the Calabrese olives. So good. Okay, now I'm just going to add some salt and black pepper. Okay, now I'm just going to give this a really good thorough mix. Last ingredients that I'm going to add is cubed mozzarella. It's 1 whole mozzarella, and I'm just going to add it at the end. This way, when it bakes, it'll melt and get all gooey and delicious when you slice into it. Okay, preheat your oven to 400 degrees. Now I'm just going to coat my baking pan with olive oil, just to make sure that it doesn't stick. I'm just going to add a little bit at a time of this meatloaf inside my pan. Well, of course, in meatloaf you can do it in one big nice polpone, but I've decided I'm going to do it in the shape of a heart because it is a Valentine's Day dinner. Okay, my polpettone is ready for the oven. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to cover it with aluminum foil tightly, and I'm going to place it in the oven for 45 minutes. After 45 minutes, I'm going to remove the aluminum foil and I'm going to leave it in for an additional 45 minutes. Okay, my polpettone is done. I took it out of the oven and now I'm going to let it rest for about 20 minutes. I forgot to mention that before I put it in the oven, I coated it with olive oil. Okay, my polpettone has been resting for 20 minutes. It smells so good. Okay, so here I have a small piece just to taste, and I'm going to be serving it with marinara sauce. Now, I have made this and served it with polenta, and it was really delicious as well. absolutely delicious. I want to wish you all a happy Valentine's Day, and it's Caterina from my home to yours.